Hi there and welcome to Kapow Maths. Today we're looking at fractions of numbers. So if you have enjoyed this or you still have questions and you're still struggling, please write a comment below in the comment section. Okay, so we're going to start straight away now, and I'm going to start with some basic simple ones, but I'll be using Lego, and then we'll hopefully get a little bit harder, so hopefully you'll understand fractions of numbers. So let's have a look. If we have a very basic one, so let's zoom in on my sheet here. Okay, so let's zoom in on that sheet like that. Okay, so if I do, let's say, a half of 10. Okay, so we might see that, but what does that actually mean? Okay, so let's have a look. Now that 10, if we have a look at that 10 there, actually the 10, this means how many we have all together. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to count, you've guessed it, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got my 10. Okay, so that's how many we have all together. This could be 10 Lego bricks, $10, 10 bananas. Okay, but it says half. What's half of it? So we look at this number, and this number here, yes, is, we've done this before, is denominator. Okay, so I'm going to put that here, denominator. Okay, and that's important. Now that, what that tells us is how many groups we split all of these 10 in. Okay, so we've got two groups, so let's put group 1 here, group 1, and let's put group 2. And now what we're going to do, we're going to divide and share. Okay, so we're going to divide now. So we're going to share these equally. So we'll do it step at a time. So we put one brick there, one brick there, one brick there. And we do this until we do it equally. Okay? Like that. Make sure you do it carefully and slowly. Okay? Like that. Now once you've done that, just make sure. Now the question is there, if we look back at the question, we've got, okay, so it says there, we've got 1/2. So we've used the 10, we've got 10. We split them into two groups. Now it's got a 1 there. So it's asking us, in one group, so let's circle one group. Ooh, let's circle one group. How many is in one group? It's got 1, and on top here, this is called the numerator. Okay, so let's write that in, numerator. Okay, so how many is in one group? So let's count them. Let's count them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Okay, so that is how we do that. Okay, as easy as that. Let's try another one. Okay, so let's zoom out so we can see a bit of both now. So you can have, let's have a look at if we had 1/3 of, let's say, let's say 18, okay, of 18. Now remember, it's all about doing those colours, so let's zoom in again a bit on this one so we can see it a bit better. Right, so here we've got 18, so that is how many we have all together, remember? So we're going to highlight that. Okay, so I need to now get my 18. So let's get my 18. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's borrow some from here. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Now, so if we have a look at this, we've got 18 all together here. So we've got 18 there. Now remember what we said. We've got 18, but if we look, remember, this is called, what's this called? The denominator. Excellent. So let's move these here. Let's write denominator. Denominator. Now, what do we need to do with this number? How many groups do you remember? What we got to do? Yes, you guessed it right. So excellent. So what we need to do is we need to divide. So we need to split these into groups of 3. So group 1, push that there. Group 2 and group 3. Okay, and just do it like that. Okay, so now we've got our 18. Let's put our 18 all here so we can see. We've got our 18 bricks. It could be dollars, it could be peanuts. Okay, let's zoom out a bit there. Okay, so we've got all our 18 here. But now we've got to divide them into groups of 3. So remember, we've got to do this equally. Now we can't just do it like that, 2 and then 1 and then 3. That's not fair. So we've got to do it carefully. Let's do it together. So 1 there, 1 there, 1 for that group. Okay, 1 for this group, 1 for that group, 1 for that group, and just do that carefully. Make sure you're sharing them equally. Okay, let's have a look at this one like that, and make sure you go across equally. Right, so we've got them together. So we split them now into 3 groups. Now, if we look at the question, remember that top number? What was that called? Yes, it was a numerator. Okay, so let's write that in there. Numerator. Okay, now this number tells us actually out of all of those groups, it's got 1. Now, if that had a 2, we'd count how many were in these 2 groups. But it's asking for how many is in 1 group. So let's circle 1 group, and we could circle any 1 group. Let's just circle this one. Okay, that's a group. And how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our answer is 6. Excellent. Okay, let's try and do a few more. Okay, so let's move on to another sheet. Let's try and do, so let's go a bit out, zoom out a bit. So it's all about taking time. If you're not sure, please do ask. Okay, so here we go. So let's try. We'll do a different one. One's with 1/5 of 15. Okay, so we've got 1/5 of 15 there. Okay, so remember what I'm going to colour that 15. Yes, I'm going to colour it green. That's how many we have all together. Okay, so I need to get 15 bricks. Let's count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I've now got my 15 bricks. But remember, we look at the denominator. Now this tells us, yes, denominator tells us how many groups. Okay, denominator. So that's how many groups. So let's push them to a side. Make sure you don't lose them. And we are going to write here group 1. Group 1. Group 2. Group 3. Group 4. Is that just it? No, we got to do 5. Excellent. Group 5. Okay, so that is what we've done so far. So we've got our 15 bricks. Let's put our 15 bricks all here so we can see. Just zoom out a bit. Okay, so we've got our 15 bricks all here. Now we split them into groups of 5. So we've got groups of 5 here. We need to share them equally. So let's do this carefully, like that. Let's do it a bit like that. Might be easier to fit them in. Okay, like that. So we can see easier. And I'm just try not to go too fast. Go slowly. Like that. Right now. Excellent. So now we share them. Okay, so remember what we've done there. We have divided 15 by 5. Okay, so we have divided there. Okay, 15 divided by 3. Now, if we have a look, remember that numerator here, that is a number 1. So it's asking us how many is in one group. So we can choose any one group. Okay, so let's count how many is in there. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 3. Excellent. okay? It's all about just taking your time, okay? So if there's any more questions or worries, please ask me and I will answer yours. But that was a very basic and hopefully a very clear way of showing how you do fractions of numbers, okay? So take your time. Please send a message if you have any questions. Thank you for watching and keep on doing Kapow Maths.